Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now there is a video that has been widely shared on social media in which the former First Lady, Mama Ngina Kenyatta, was addressing mourners somewhere in Mount Kenya region. Her speech was in Kikuyu, but Citizen TV did a translation of what she was saying. And in her speech, Mama Ngina went further to talk about those who are insulting others and why they should be ignored. Again, she was telling the residents, and in her speech, she talked about those who are insulting others, the need for the residents to ignore such people, and again she reminded the audience to be aware of which direction they are heading to, because this is electioneering time. And again, she went further to affirm that their leader, meaning President UHURU Kenyatta, can't lead the community into wrong path. And again, she talked about President UHURU Kenyatta and his relation with his deputy, William Samoei Ruto, even without mentioning name. And this is the question she posed to the people at that event. If your deputy president show ill intention about you, would you bother him or carry on? That is the question Mama Ngina posed at these mourners. And again, she went on to conclude by urging these people to follow the direction that President UHURU Kenyatta is going to give them.
Angĩkorwo irumi icio nĩ ũrĩa marutirwo magĩkũra, reke mwĩre ithuĩ tũgerie kwendana bũrũri-inĩ witũ na tũtwarithie maũndũ ma bũrũri na mbere, na mũmenye na kũrĩa mũrorete, na mũtongoria wanyu ndangĩhota kũmuonia kũrĩa njĩra ĩrĩa ĩtagĩrĩire. Ndĩmwĩre gũthiĩ na mbere kũmenya atĩ mutegetina haria mundu aikaire niwe gwikire thambo iriaga na ndare na uru no ningi ungikionio uru ni uria munyinyi waku ri wagitindania nake githĩtie thie na mbere ndeke mwire kuria aramuonia murore kuo ndamucokeria ngatho muno ni undu wa guka kumagaria my cousin. Thank you.
Now, Mama Ngina Kenyatta is a force in Kenyan politics. She is among the people who influence political direction and power in this country. But she has never come out publicly to speak the way she is speaking this time round. In other words, Mama Ngina Kenyatta has always played background politics. But this time, she has come openly. So the question we are asking ourselves on this pagina today, what pushed Mama Ngina Kenyatta to come out openly and speak about Kenyan politics when we are just nearing the electioneering time? That is what we want to try and answer on this punchline. But before we go deep into that, I have a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you are not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we come out with a video like this one, you'll always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, it will depend on the people of Mount Kenya region whether to take what Mama Ngina Kenyatta is talking about seriously or not. But some of the reasons that has made Mama Ngina Kenyatta to come out publicly and speak about direction and Kenyan politics could be, number one, because of the attacks and insult that the deputy president and his allies had launched against the Kenyatta family. Remember, every time when they get to a rally somewhere, they will always direct insult toward the Kenyatta family. So this could be the reason that have pushed Mama Ngina Kenyatta to an extent she can no longer stomach what William Samoei Ruto allies have been pointing to her family. Secondly, Mama Ngina Kenyatta was coming out to reveal something, that it is not Uhuru Kenyatta who betrayed William Samoei Ruto, but it is William Samoei Ruto who had ill intention about President Uhuru Kenyatta. And when the president sensed this, then he had to seek refuge somewhere else. And you can conclude and say that that refuge was in Raila Odinga. So in other words, Mama Ngina Kenyatta is telling the mountain that it is William Samoei Ruto who planted his betrayal, but not the president. And so the president had no otherwise but to look for a way to survive. And you know, she has not really mentioned the ill intention that she's talking about. She did not mention that. Because you know, some of the government secrets will never be leaked out that much quickly. It will always take almost 10 or 20 years for you to hear the real story that happened. So maybe we will get to know these stories in future. Labda after miaka 10 ama 20 huko mbele, someone will come and talk openly about this issue. But as of now, no one is talking about the real ill issue that William Ruto had with President Uhuru Kenyatta. That has remained to these people themselves. And number 3, because Mama Ngina Kenyatta talked about the Mount Kenya people to agree to follow the path that President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to show them. And their leader cannot lead them into wrong path. So what really she's doing here, she's trying to plant a sense of direction in the people of Mount Kenya region, in which political direction they need to take this time round by listening to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And in her own mind, as she has talked about those people who are insulting others and how they should be ignored, of course, even without mentioning, you know, she's talking about William Samoei Ruto and his team. So the other side is Raila Odinga's side. Definitely, Mama Ngina Kenyatta was campaigning for Raila Odinga, number 1, as a preferred presidential candidate for the people of Mount Kenya region, whom they are sure of that in Raila Odinga's hands, they are safe. And secondly, this is clear indication that the Kenyatta family have made an informed decision, and it is final that they are going to stand with Raila Odinga all the way to the ballot, using their resources, their mind, and even their time. So already they have decided Raila is the person they are going to stand with. So definitely, rather than playing background politics, Mama Ngina has reached a point, and depending on how the people of Mount Kenya region are behaving, that she is now coming openly to campaign for President Uhuru Kenyatta's preferred candidate. And for those who have been listening to William Samoei Ruto's campaigns, when they get to a rally, especially from Mount Kenya region, they always talk about how, and even Dennis Itumbi and the team, the bloggers, have been sharing out these issues that Mama Ngina Kenyatta already blessed William Samoei Ruto. So the question was, because Uhuru is trying to betray Ruto, how will Mama Ngina Kenyatta come out and take back the blessing that she had already put on William Ruto? So by Mama Ngina Kenyatta coming out openly to speak about this current politics, she's clearly now airing out her views that in as much she had laid a hand on William Samoei Ruto, Ruto might not be the preferred candidate. So for those who have been buying into this issue that Mama Ngina Kenyatta had already shown her support for William Ruto, she's coming out to damage out those views, to damage out those people, the the kind of rhetoric these people want to plant into the masses from Mount Kenya region, that Mama Ngina Kenyatta gave a direction. And the direction is William Samoei Ruto. This is some of the issue that she was coming out to damage in public, so that now people will understand in which side Mama Ngina Kenyatta is siding with. And lastly, in my conclusion, if you see Mama Ngina Kenyatta coming out publicly the way she has done this time around, because every time when she's in an event somewhere, if they give her a chance to talk, she will always just greet people and then sit down. But this time around, she is publicly talking about the current Kenyan politics. So if you see Mama Ngina Kenyatta taking such a direction, then this should be a worry to William Samoei Ruto and his team. Things is not well in Mount Kenya region. It is not going to be a business as usual. That this family is not going to play the background politics, the silent politics, but they are going to openly come out and play publicly in the direction that they feel is the right for them as a family and even for the mountain. And remember, Kenyatta family has money. And in politics, you will always need money. So in as much you cannot make direct influence to people without using money, you can still make an influence even using the resources at your disposal. So whichever means they are going to use, they will try to at least plant a new direction in the people in Mount Kenya region, so that they can go and vote for Raila Odinga. And you see in Mount Kenya even, it normally reach a time where they will even go and carry the sick people to come and vote. They will use their resources to provide the logistic that is needed for them to get the votes. So if that is going to happen in Mount Kenya, definitely it is going to happen in favor of Raila Odinga and not William Samoei Ruto. And any other play that normally comes with that. Because even for them, they would not want William Samoei Ruto to create a perception that he is controlling Mount Kenya region. Even if Ruto is going to lose election, but they cannot allow him to go with the big chunk of Mount Kenya votes, because already it will have created a perception for William Ruto in which he can again ride on in 2027. So they would use every means possible to create a perception that still President UHURU Kenyatta is controlling the mountain. Ndio maana tunasema in as much Raila can win this election even without going into the rigging issues. In Mount Kenya region, the dead voters will vote. The underage are going to vote. The ghost voters will be on ballot. They are going to vote. They are going to vote to save the name of President UHURU Kenyatta, such that William Ruto will not move with the mountain to create a perception that will not be in favor of President UHURU Kenyatta. So what played in 2017, 2013 might play in 2022. Not because they want President Raila Odinga to win, but because they want to create a continuation of perception that UHURU Kenyatta is still the kingpin of Mount Kenya region. They will not allow William Ruto to run away with the mountain. Because as I said, 2027 will be coming. And if Ruto will have mountain in 2022, then the perception is going to be there. Because Ruto will not go and sleep and wait until 2027. He will continue to campaign until when the next election will come. So he will sustain having the mountain on his side. But the Kenyatta family would not allow that to happen. That is why you see Mama Ngina and the team will come out as she is doing now. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. So let us have a continuation of this conversation through the comment section. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you. And let me use this time to thank each and everyone who gave me a compliment in the past video, yesterday video. I got a lot of compliments from our viewers, and I'm humble. May good God bless you, and see you in our next video.